He was rich, charming, and lived the American dream. But behind the camera lens, Christopher Wilder hid a chilling secret, one that would unleash 6 weeks of terror across the country. This is the story of the beauty queen killer and the women who never made it home. You're watching Crime Breach. Christopher Wilder seemed like the kind of man who had it all. Wealthy, charming, successful, a real estate mogul with a passion for photography. But behind the polished smile was a predator hiding in plain sight. Born in Sydney, Australia in 1945, Wilder's life started with chaos. Nearly dying at birth and almost drowning as a toddler, some say these early brushes with death left permanent scars, but others believe the darkness inside him had far deeper roots. By 17, Wilder had already committed his first horrific crime, the gang rape of a 13-year-old girl. Incredibly, he received only probation. Some reports claim he underwent electroshock therapy afterward, though that remains disputed. What's clear is that his violent urges only grew stronger. Wilder's marriage collapsed after just 1 week, with his wife accusing him of trying to seduce family members and even attempting to kill her. Police would later uncover photographs of young women hidden inside his car. Throughout the 1970s, Wilder built a successful life in Florida. He owned a luxurious waterfront home, traveled frequently to Hawaii and the Bahamas, and developed a serious interest in photography, but he also racked up multiple charges for sexual misconduct. Somehow, he always avoided serious jail time. By 1977, experts labeled him a mentally disordered sex offender who needed strict supervision. He fantasized about enslaving women for his pleasure, using violence and domination as part of his control. In 1982, during a trip back to Australia, Wilder was charged again, this time with forcing 2 teenage girls into posing nude. He posted bail and returned to the US, never standing trial. With no one stopping him and no consequences in sight, Wilder's monstrous appetites only escalated. The stage was set for a terrifying nationwide rampage that would leave a trail of victims across America. It all began quietly on February 26, 1984. 20-year-old Rosario Gonzalez disappeared from the Miami Grand Prix, a busy racetrack where Wilder, a hobby racer, was also competing. Just a week later, his former girlfriend, 23-year-old Elizabeth Kenyon, a Miss Florida finalist, also vanished. Both women were aspiring models. Both would never be seen again. Wilder's pattern soon became clear. He targeted young, attractive women, often approaching them at shopping malls with promises of modeling fame. On March 18th, Teresa Ferguson was led away from a mall in Merritt Island, Florida. Her body was found 5 days later, dumped in a remote area. Only 2 days after that, Wilder struck again, abducting Linda Grover from a Tallahassee mall. She fought back and survived one of the most horrifying ordeals imaginable. Wilder tortured her with electric shocks, blinded her with super glue, and beat her savagely. But Grover managed to escape, and her testimony would later help authorities track him. By now, Wilder was crisscrossing the country. In Texas, he kidnapped and murdered nursing student Terry Walden. In Oklahoma, he abducted Suzanne Logan and drove her to Kansas, where he killed her and left her body near a reservoir. Heading west, Wilder abducted 18-year-old Cheryl Bonaventura in Colorado and later murdered her in Utah. In Las Vegas, he snatched Michelle Korfman from a 17 magazine modeling competition, a chilling moment captured in a haunting photograph. Wilder had now officially become one of America's most wanted men. His face was everywhere: newspapers, television, and post offices, but he wasn't finished yet. On April 4th, 1984, Wilder made a chilling new move, abducting 16-year-old Tina Risico near Torrance, California. But unlike his previous victims, he kept Risico alive. He forced her to accompany him across multiple states, using her to lure other potential victims. In Indiana, Wilder kidnapped another teenager, Dawnette Wilt. After repeated assaults, he stabbed her and left her for dead. Miraculously, Wilt survived and managed to alert police, giving them vital clues to Wilder's whereabouts. Desperate to escape the tightening net, Wilder grew even more reckless. In New York, he abducted 33-year-old Beth Dodge, shot her in cold blood, and dumped her body in a gravel pit. He then drove Dodge's car to Boston, bought Risico a plane ticket to Los Angeles, and let her go. Alone and hunted, Wilder attempted another abduction in Beverly, Massachusetts. It failed. Days later, on April 13, 1984, police cornered him at a rural gas station in New Hampshire. During the struggle, Wilder accidentally shot himself and died instantly. But even after his death, the horror didn't end. Wilder is suspected in a string of other murders, from the infamous Wanda Beach killings in Australia to the unsolved murders of Tammy Jo Alexander, Tina Beebe, Sherry Ball, and many others in Florida and New York. Young women vanished, sometimes only leaving behind scattered belongings and unanswered questions. Authorities believe Wilder's true body count could be far higher than anyone can prove. Christopher Wilder's case stands as a chilling reminder that even the most ordinary-seeming people can hide unspeakable evil, and that some crimes may never find full justice. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe at Crime Breach. See you next time.